For ACUsports.com, I'm Grant Boone as we talk a little Wildcat baseball here with the head coach, Britt Bonneau, and freshman southpaw Mack Morgan. Mack, let's begin with you. So you're in your first ever Southland Conference Series, ACU's first ever since returning to the league. It's a 1-1 series, and Coach Bonneau hands you the ball. When did you find out you were going to pitch?
Actually, I got to practice on Wednesday, and it was written on the board, like whoever's starting each game is written on the board, and I saw my name for Sunday, and I was honestly a little surprised, but then I thought to myself, okay, now it's time to, get to work.
Yeah, take us through that feeling. You walk in, because that's how it happens every week, right? You go and you look at the board.
Right, and then I just walked in and saw my name and just was ecstatic, and then I calmed myself down and then had to get to work to get ready.
And you did go to work on Sunday against Incarnate Word, a team that had scored, 11 runs on Friday night. You guys get the win on Saturday. What worked well for you on Sunday?
Well, I was just able to throw strikes and use all of my pitches to my advantage and just let the defense do what they do and just make plays behind me.
And they did, and you have a lot of your fellow freshmen. And in fact, with Kyle Justy's injury, it's an all-freshman infield. And in a way, a lot's been put on you guys' shoulders, but you seem to be responding. What's going on with you freshmen talking about that, taking maybe a greater role than other freshmen on other teams might?
Well, we're just really focusing on playing as a unit and playing together. And a key for us freshmen as a whole is to grow together, throughout this season and the seasons to come. And I think that's the biggest key for us, is to just keep growing and keep playing hard every day.
Well, if you keep pitching like you did the other day, your team's going to be in good shape. Coach, let's talk about that outing. He goes 6+ innings, gives up just, 4 hits and 1 unearned run. You called it on Saturday afternoon when you told me about the scouting report for Mack Morgan. It went almost exactly how you described it. How did you know?
Well, just from watching him over the last 6 months of what he's done to our hitters. Mack didn't earn his spot on our team for what he did in high school. I mean, he showed up here and has earned every single opportunity that he's gotten. So we were just at a point where when we looked at our pitching staff, we wanted to know, okay, who's going to go out there and throw strikes and give us a chance to win, because those guys have – and those are the games we've won, and Mack's done that day in and day out. And so, after knowing what Incarnate Word does and how they go up there and they're aggressive with their swings, I just thought Mack would be a perfect guy for that. And sure enough, it worked exactly the way we wanted it to. He really gave us 2 more innings than what I was really predicting that he would go. He actually got to go out in the 7th, and then we went to Brady and went with the senior, and he was able to close it down. So, overall, Mack went out there. He's earned that opportunity to get that start, and when he went out there, he took the most of it.
As you're constructing a team every single year, you love having guys at every classification. You want some veterans, you want some young guys, and boy, you really have it this year when you think about the hitting statistics in the Southland Conference. Number 1 in the league is your senior Seth Spivey. Number 2 in the league is ACU's Brandon Grudzelanek, your freshman, who had a couple of huge hits. I thought Saturday he gave you your first lead in the series in the 7th inning, and I thought he had a couple of really good at-bats on Sunday to get you out into that lead.
Well, Brandon is hitting over 450 with runners in scoring position. And when you have a freshman doing that, he's doing something pretty consistent. And it's day in and day out of him going up there and not trying to do too much. Hitting the ball to right field is what he does well. And when you do that, you're able to hit the off-speed pitch. And when the runner's in scoring position, the opposing team's going to throw a lot of off-speed pitches. And he's able to handle those pitches. And so, we all seen Seth play this year. He's done a great job. It's been exciting to watch him play. Having him on base in front of Brandon has been awesome. It's helped us out, and you're right with the injury. We now have 4 starting freshmen playing in the infield, and they're growing every single day, and they're getting a lot of at bats and a lot of time.
So now 2-1 in the Southland Conference as you welcome in another flock of Cardinals. Lamar comes flying in here this weekend. Interesting team. They've lost 6 of their last 7, but they've got a win over Houston this year. They've got narrow losses to Baylor and Rice. They're top 5 in both hitting and pitching, and they're second in the league in fielding. What have you seen from them, and what do you expect?
Well, it's it's a team that has a lot of upperclassmen, very high JUCO roster. So they have a lot of older guys that have played a lot of college baseball. With that, you got a lot of new guys on that team that have come from a lot of different programs, and I think that's where I hope where we have a team that we don't have a bunch of those guys. What we have is we have a bunch of young guys that we're trying to mold into what our program's about. And if we can continue to do what we do best, I think we're going to have a chance. And if our pitchers give us a chance to compete, I think that we're going to be able to hit with anybody in our league. And so I think it's going to be another competitive weekend. And we all know that Lamar has had great teams over the past really 20 years, and so I look for a big, good battle this weekend with them.
Two of the original 5 founding members of the Southland Conference, Lamar and Abilene Christian, this weekend at Crutcher Scott Field. Friday night, 6 o'clock, Saturday, 2 p.m. first pitch, and Sunday at 1. And you can follow it all weekend long here on ACUsports.com. For Mack Morgan and Coach Britt Bonneau, I'm Grant Boone.